So welcome everybody. Welcome to Hot Song Podcast. Today is December the 5th, 2024. The topic for today is living in the fifth dimension. So, Sifu James mentioned that December 21st of this year is going to be a special day because that is the day when we actually are supposed to get some new, well, not everybody, but a lot of people are going to get some new assignment, meaning that, if you had been, let's say, in healing for the past, I don't know, 20 years, maybe your next assignment is not going to be in healing anymore. You may be moving into a different direction. So it's why we are moving in a new direction. It's because the energies are changing and we all have to pull our weight because we each have different gifts. And so in the um in the older energy, we do what we needed to do in order to survive, in order to get to this point. Now that we are here, the energy is very different now. So we are each getting new assignments, which is kind of more suited to what we came here for, because we may have been doing things in the past just to get by, but now that we are at this point, the energy is a lot more supportive for us to make use of our natural gifts, of our divine gifts. So that's why there's going to be kind of new assignments. So how do we get to know the new assignments on the 21st? It's a lot of things. Some of you may already have an inkling of what the new assignment is going to be. For example, for myself, for my new assignment, I don't know exactly what it is yet, but I know that lately what I've been called to do is to actually learn Mandarin. So learning a new language. So I'm Chinese, but I speak Cantonese most of the time. Mandarin is, I wouldn't say it's completely new to me. I know a little bit of it, but maybe I know 10% or 30%. So I can't really get by in the conversation, whereas I was kind of inspired to get much better at it. So has is it going to be related to my assignment? I have no idea. I just know that that's what I was inspired to do in the last couple of months. So I will go with the flow. So is it will be something like this that, in the last maybe couple of months or maybe couple of weeks, you will all of a sudden have um, an inspiration to go in a certain direction. And you may not know the full story or all the things that you needed to know in order to move into your new direction, not necessarily career, but new direction in your life. Or it may just be same, let's say if you have been an healer for the past decade or so, you may still end up being going forward as a healer, just that how you use your healing, how you use healing is going to be different in some way. Starting on the you probably would get to know more about it on or after the 21st of this month. The new assignments coming in, and you may hear it maybe from somebody else, somebody, for example, you respect, who would kind of just pull you aside and tell you, oh, I have this message for you. Or it could be that somebody you trust kind of tell you something that is going to inspire you to go in a new direction. So all these things are very possible. You don't necessarily have to, meditate for 10 days and get kind of a download from your higher self. You may get that. You may be able to do that. However, for a lot of people, it would be somewhat more natural process of getting that new assignment. So don't worry about it. It will be, so each of you, or at least some of you, will get clear enough direction about what it is that you're supposed to start getting into. It does not mean that, you get your assignment on the 21st and 22nd, you're gonna be going in new life. Not necessarily. It may take 6 months or a year for you to receive the assignment and grow into it. So it's just kind of know that this is something like this is coming down the pipe, and so be prepared to listen if you choose to. And if you choose not to, then don't worry, you don't necessarily have to do anything special. Like life naturally will guide you to the right place somehow, some way, somehow. So that's what the 21st is about. And I also want to talk a little bit about how to be in this energy. Now, I mentioned that it's a new energy, and I also mentioned that it's, even though I say it's new, but it's not new like this year new. This energy has been around for a year and a half, maybe 2 years. So it's been around for a little bit. It's just that it is now getting to be much stronger. Because in the past week, what I've noticed is every time when I kind of just drop into myself and just, have a moment to turn inward, I just feel this joy that's coming through. And, sometimes it's a little embarrassing maybe, because sometimes when I was riding on the subway, all of a sudden when I just have time to tune in, I would just feel this joy that comes over me, and I would start to smile and sometimes even laugh out loud. So because I was just affected by that joy so much. So that's, for me, that's how I feel that energy. And I also want to mention that hopefully all of you, when you take some time, so this is really, this kind of energy is, it's really, you have to slow down a little bit. You don't have to slow down, all day, but just take just maybe a minute or two at maybe a few times a day to just tune into that energy and just feel what is there for you to get. So that's what I feel is the energy is much more, for me, it feels like it's much more inward. So it inspires me to be more of myself. So to take time to just tune into what it is that I want. What do I want to do? How do I feel? What kind of nutrients do I want to take in this moment? So those are the things that so being more aware of what we each are doing, and also aware of what our thoughts are. And it only takes a minute, maybe even less than that, to get to the point where you can just let go of all the the noise, whether it is noise within from the dialogue within your own head, or just noise from other people around you that is trying to give you their a piece of their mind. So just take a moment a few times a day, as many as you wish to. Just take a minute or two to just tune in to find your own footing again. It's the energy is a lot more supportive. Like life can be very busy, it can be very intense at times, but if you take that time to just tune in and feel the energy within, you will find that it is very different from the day-to-day life where you have to rush to try to finish everything. So that's the kind of energy. And also this kind of energy is it's a positive energy. What do I mean by that is to think of what you want rather than to think of what you don't want. It's a very good time to let go of fear, because if you have fear, then that fear is going to actually, if you put too much thoughts on things that you are afraid of, it actually makes it come true a lot faster now, because the energy is so supportive. It's supportive, meaning that whether what you want is, or whether what you focus on is good for you, or what you focus on is something that you're scared of, it will still bring that into reality much faster, because the energy is very supportive. So meaning that you have to be you have to be a lot more selective about what you focus on. If you focus on bad things, then what you focus on is like you are feeding that energy. So what you focus on is going to come about a lot faster. And if you're focusing on things that you are afraid of, then guess what? Things that you are afraid of is going to happen a lot faster. And so it's much more, I would say it's much more rewarding to focus on what it is that you want, meaning focus on being positive. Okay, so what else? It's a good time to let go of the past. Why are we having new assignments? Because the past is kind of dropping from us. Things that we came here to do the first 20 years, 30 years, or maybe 50, 60 years of our lives. It's not going to be the same things that we're here to concentrate on for the next 50, 60 years, or however long that you plan to be around. So let go of the past, let go of who you thought you were, and is to take that time to focus in to find out what it is that you truly want, who you truly are, and not what other people want you to be. So that is the energy now. The other thing is to live in harmony. So in harmony, what do I mean by that? Because the fifth dimension is dimension with oneness, where oneness is something that we can feel more. It's a lot more present in our lives, meaning that we are aware of, we will be, even if we're not yet, we will be a lot more aware that we are all one. So oneness, and when the best way to really support that oneness is to live in harmony with yourself. Like first and foremost, live in harmony with yourself, with your body. Stop criticizing your body. Start loving your own body unconditionally, and also your environment as well. And harmony does not mean that you have to give up things so that, you can make other people happy. It's not about making other people happy. It's about knowing what it is that you actually want. What is your bottom line? What are things that are most important to you, not to your ego, but to you, to real you that is important. So what is most important to you? Know that. And when you know that, then you will know that sometimes, yeah, there are things that is okay to listen to other people's opinion. And then there are things that you just have to do it because that's how you want it, because it's something that is non-negotiable, is your bottom line. So it's very important to really get to know yourself now. Know what it is that you actually can live with and what it is that you cannot live with. And if you cannot live with, then it's important to know why and be sure that it is something that you cannot live with and conduct your life accordingly. So that is what the present energies is going to demand of us. Okay. Yeah, I think, okay, one more thing very important to mention is about knowing that you have all the power. We are very disempowered. We are very disempowered people. So we don't really believe that we have power. Power meaning that we can choose what it is that we want, or that we even have that ability to choose. But actually, we have all the power that we actually have all the power to create or to create the environment as we really want it to be. It's just that a lot of the times we're so used to giving our power away that we live in the illusion that we have no power. We have to listen to, other people, the government, the queen, the king, or the society, all those things. But actually, no, we don't. Not even for a minute if we choose not to. We don't have to do that. And it's oneness does not mean that you have to be exactly alike everyone else. Oneness actually demands that you have to be completely honest with yourself. You have to know what you want and know when to stake out your ground, meaning to stand firm on what it is that is important to you, um and to do that with wisdom, meaning that, let's say there are things that you can stand your ground, and then there are things that you can't. What are the things that we can't is if the choice we make is going to affect other people, I would say negatively, or affect other people to take choice away from them, then those are the things that we need to really think about. How come we have to take away other people's power, other people's ability to choose? So it is it's only with oneness that we actually can be who we truly are, to create the world as we want it to be, as the world that we actually want to live in. And when we, each and everybody, actively do it, and to do it in a way that we understand that everything, every choice we make, every thought we think actually affects everyone, but it does not have to take away other people's choices as well. So it's about creating the world that we want to live in without excluding or taking away power from someone else. So there is that balance, and that's what we are here to learn for the fifth dimension, is how to balance that oneness, how to be uniquely ourselves and also be part of one. So that is the all. I'm not saying that we know how to do that, like on the 22nd. It's no, definitely not. It's a process, and we will make mistakes along the way. However, that's part of what we're here to learn. And that's about all I would like to say about oneness. So questions, comments?
So on December 25th or 21st, fifth dimension gonna be here on Earth. Does it mean that all our thoughts gonna come true, positive and negative, right away?
Fifth dimension is already here. It's already been here for a while. It does not mean that that why the 21st is important. It's because even though the fifth dimension had been here for a while already, there are other dimensions that Earth is still supporting. So third dimension, fourth dimension, Earth are still supporting. It's just that after the 21st, those the dimensions that are not the fifth is not going to get much support. So fifth the 21st is like a point of no return, because fifth dimension have been here and getting stronger and stronger every day. So that's why we've been learning how to be careful with our thoughts, and it's just adjusting more and more. So after the 21st, do we get instantaneous manifestation? No, I don't think we can handle that yet. Like if you think everything and it's going to happen instantaneously, then I think a lot of us are going to get ourselves in trouble instantaneously.
True.
So it's
Oh
just that
yeah, that would be
the
a
lead
danger.
time is it's going to be less and less, meaning that from what you think you want to have to what actually getting it, it is going to be a much shorter time than before.
So no complaining, right?
Oh, you can complain all you want. It's just you will get what you complain.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's okay. You will learn quickly. Mhm. No other questions or comments?
My computer crashed, so just if you see that I disappeared, let me in again.
Okay, no problem. Okay, if there are no other comments, then what I want to do